right, so what are we going to call it? Are we... That's it?
I'm blue and I'm a diva. Oh,
We were just ranting over here, just rolling. We're just going.
damn, she's hot.
At a certain point in time, D just has to start the camera, or else we'll just keep messing around.
She's really hot, man. You don't think she's hot?
You know, your beautiful girlfriend's hopefully soon to be wife works at this. She's here. Like, you're gonna get yourself in trouble, buddy.
Oh.
I don't think he cares.
Oh, we're live.
Anyways, yes, we've been live.
Oh, my
here.
bad. Hold on. We're going to move this over a little bit because we're going to talk about the show coming up.
Oh, yes.
What are we going to call today, Ben?
I'll say opening day registration Wednesday.
Yeah, guys, so if you didn't know.
Kind of a mouthful there.
Yeah.
We've come up with better ways.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut, HR. Anyways, guys, registration goes out today for our Mobile Expo, Mobile Expo, wow.
Not
our
yet, buddy, not
Winter
yet.
Summit. So, guys, it's literally a month away. Start getting those registrations, in. You know how we do it this week. From now till next week, we're going to be giving away a $100 gift card to one lucky person that registers early. The following week is going to drop down to 75, 50, 25 until the day of the show. Now, all you guys that have been to our show really, really, really understand how big it is and all the information we bring there. Not only that, we also have a bunch of things going on, which we will talk more in this episode, so stick around. First things first, SiriusXM, my girl, they're still got that promo going on. Buy 5, get 1 free. So make sure that you jump all over that. Congratulations to a couple of our sales reps that have pretty much kicked ASS with that promo.
Amp speaker subs, is that what you're talking
Amp
about?
speaker subs. So guys, if you're not...
That's a shout out to Nate, who's been whooping us, and we have an internal SiriusXM contest that goes on as well. See, we do contests here too as well, not just for you guys.
Yeah.
Sometimes for us too. Create some friendly competition here, and Nate's been really putting it on us lately. So that's a shout out to Nate for
I'm
that.
gonna have to put him like on a chokehold or something so he doesn't sell no more. But congratulations to Nate, and thank you guys for supporting it. The promo's still going on. Buy 5, get 1 free.
And actually, I'm going to say congratulations to Nate's dealers for buying those, selling those, making a ton of money, and making their customers happy. How about that?
Yeah, and also congratulations to our dealers that understand that additional attachments is what you have to do these days to make additional revenue, guys. If you're not doing attachments, shame on you. You could only survive on doing big audio systems for so long. Big audio systems are great, don't get me wrong, but if you're not doing it in a short time frame, you're losing money. So why not sell attachments?
Yeah, and you know what's better than a big audio system? A big audio system that's got SiriusXM added in there as well. Bam.
Yep. So make sure you get onto SiriusXM. So Sony ES, both retail promos are still going on. We have the Sony ES contest ending very shortly, actually. There's a lot of people that are running. Thank you to all the dealers that are supporting the ES line. If you're interested in Sony ES, Sony has a bunch of stuff coming out, including their new 7-inch 9000 ES that's going to be mimicking the 9500 ES, which is their 10-inch floating tablet with all the features, high res. You're talking about full sound. You're talking about high def screen. I could go on and on. Wireless CarPlay, Android Auto. It's coming soon, guys. So if you aren't aware of that, make sure you get your pre-orders in because they will sell out. If you're interested in becoming a Sony ES dealer, guys, I've said it before, and a lot of you guys have taken advantage of it. It's a small buy-in for what you're gonna get in the long run. It's Sony ES. Everybody's heard of Sony. I know we have a lot of things in the barn. You know, you're probably watching us right now on a Sony camera. Who knows? But guys, everybody knows Sony, especially older generations, younger generations. So why not bring one of the hottest lines in the barn?
Yeah, and if you were planning on, at some point in time, say you had Sony ES on your radar, you've been thinking about it, no better time than right now. Again, I know that's like the most basic of all sales pitches, but literally there is no better time than right now because the entire ES line is on promo. So there's going to be a promo to your customers to help drive people into your stores so that you can help make those sales, make those installs. But much like Sony does, they also do rebates so that you're not losing out on margin when they run those programs. So again, that buy-in right now is less than it will be in a month's time from now. So jump on it. Take a look at the product offerings that are out there. Lots of new stuff, new amps, like Jonathan said, new radios coming out, so new excitement coming out, but also at a great value. So check that out.
Yeah, promos, guys. That's what runs our businesses. If you're not buying on promos, shame on you. You must like to, buy stuff, overstock yourself, and then go, oh, I'm gonna remove $1.5 million of inventory that's in my inventory room, and I'm overstocked. Distributors exist for a reason, guys. Distributors are your friends. They're not your enemies. You know what I mean? They're not trying to jam stuff down your throat. We're here as just-in-time supplies for all your needs. We have Metra. We have, so installation products, accessories, tape, crimp caps, zip ties. We have amp speaker subs. We've got plenty of lines in the barn. Your distributors are your local friends. So just, if you don't have a relationship with your distributor, my advice to you is make a relationship, because we're always here to pick up the phones. A lot of you guys that actually watch these videos can really talk and say good things about what we do here at GoFast. So if you're not doing it, guys, join the crowd. Another contest we have going on, which I kind of like this competition, is Beat the Heat. Solar Guard is actually doing a competition where if you buy $250 worth of Solar Guard, you get one entry to the Beat the Heat. And what that is you get that heat lamp, which is a silent sales. It's a silent salesperson for your business. If you don't have a heat lamp, or you don't have something to demo out different window tints, and you're doing window tint, then shame on you. You're just, unfortunately, you're just looking at price. And that's what the problem is with a lot of shops is you're doing these $100 tint jobs. You're competing against the Joe Schmo who doesn't really understand the tint business, gets the dirty, cheap tint that they can find and installs it, and then wonders why in a few months it's bubbling and turning purple, etc. Guys, this is your chance. Show the customer why you are better than the person down the road. So for every $250 of Solar Guard you buy, a film, you get one entry. One lucky person will take that heat lamp home.
Yep, and that contest, it started on July 12th, so we've been tracking all those sales since then. So if you've been purchasing Solar Guard from July 12th till today, that stuff counts too, so that's very, very important. But it's going to go through August 12th, so we're giving you a full month to run this one. Then we're going to give that thing away on the following Facebook Live, which I believe is the 19th. So definitely, if you're in the running, if you're a Solar Guard supporter, definitely check out that live to see if you're going to take that thing home. And then check out a couple, I think it's a couple back now, but John Nicholas from Solar Guard did an awesome presentation on the heat lamp, also on how to make money, how to properly sell and upsell customers with tints. So check that one out. He's done that a couple times, some different trainings. It's an awesome breakdown and really shows just how profitable this category is. So if you're not in tint, if you're thinking about it, you're a business owner looking to say, hey, I want to put some gravy on top of what I got going here, check that video out as well and listen to that pitch, because again, and I think we've talked about it before, it's one of the fastest growing categories that we have at GoFast. But it's also one of the most profitable. So it doesn't take a huge investment to get in. Oh. You're not talking about buying in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of electronics that may be sitting around. You're looking at some tint tools, a couple rolls, get somebody on your team that is trained and ready, or have us help facilitate a training maybe with Solar Guard to get them up to speed. And try to find a spot in your mix for that category, make yourself some more money. I think that's what it's all about.
The shops that are offering tint and that are offering audio and that are offering breathalyzers, that are offering, e-bikes and PPF, guys, those are the shops that are staying the busiest. The shops that are offering one thing, let's say car audio, or just offering window tint, they're not staying busy. I go to a lot of shops, I see a lot of people, I talk to a lot of, and a lot of people complain, oh, well, it's kind of slow time. July and August are always slow. Why aren't you guys thinking outside the box? Why is it that we put on these shows and we tell you, these add-on revenues, and you don't take advantage of it? Talk to your sales rep. Let's figure it out. There's a reason why the shops that are listening literally listening to us, we're here as a friend, not a foe, are making money hand over fist and are busy. So I can tell you right now, the shops that have listened, their books are weeks out. You know what I mean? They're booked weeks out. The guys that are just doing one thing, one trick, guess what? They're living day by day, paycheck to paycheck. And I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to live like that. So think outside the box. Talk to your sales rep. We always have ideas. We're always bringing up new ideas. You make fun of, some of you make fun of us carrying little trees and carrying fire extinguishers. But in the end run, it's all about making you extra revenue. And in reality, you may not be selling those little trees, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Walmart's doing a hell of a job selling those little trees. Advanced Auto, Pet Boys, O'Reilly's, they're doing a hell of a job selling. Car washes, hell of a job of selling those little trees, and they're making money off of it, but you guys aren't. So think outside the box. That's my advice. Fire extinguishers. A lot of you guys deal with Jeep guys. I mean, absolutely boat guys, RZR guys that go off-roading, truck guys, pickup truck guys that go off-roading also. It's an easy as a simple add-on sale to every sale for Element. You buy that little stick, you sell it to the customer puts it on their Jeep. God knows, and let me tell you, you always want to be prepared for the worst. I had a situation a few years ago when I had my Civic where it literally caught fire, and if I had a stupid fire extinguisher, I would have saved almost a $50,000 bill that I had in that car. It was gone. And guess what insurance gave me? Nothing. So something that can cost as cheap as under $200 can actually save your investment that you've invested tens of thousands of dollars on. I wish I had an Element fire extinguisher before it caught fire.
Yeah, and I think we have a lot of offerings. I think we could easily say that at GoFast, and I think a lot of times we'll get a little bit of pushback from dealers on things. Well, we'll bring up a tint, for example. It doesn't fit in my mix. Well, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to take advantage of every single thing that we offer out there, but go find something in there. Maybe tint isn't it for you. Maybe it's detailing. Maybe it's not detailing. Maybe you want more grab and go stuff, again, like Element fire extinguishers, like little trees. Take a look at your business and find out where you can squeeze those things in. If you could squeeze them all in, great, awesome. That'll make us happy. But you don't have to carry every single one of the new things that we come out with. But I guarantee you, if you grasp onto a few of them, you grasp onto a bunch of them, you're going to start to see more money rolling in. You're going to start to see more smiling faces from your customers. It's just going to create a better experience. So again, like Jonathan said, sometimes you just got to think outside the box. Mm-hmm. Don't feel the pressure to have to get into absolutely everything, but find those extra niches. Don't be that one-trick pony. I love that phrase when Jonathan says, but don't be that one-trick pony. Make sure you find other avenues, and we're just trying to help you find those. We're trying to give you some new ideas out there, present some new things to you so that you can go ahead and better that business.
A perfect example, and this is where I'm going to get deeper into what Ben's saying. Some of you guys have said, well, why would I carry an e-bike? I'm going to tell you why you're going to carry an e-bike, because it is the hottest thing right now that is selling. And if you're not selling it, everyone else is selling it. You go to it doesn't matter what you pass by, a bike shop. You go to even a power sports shop, a Harley dealership. All of them are talking about e-bikes and selling them left and right. We've gotten 2 batches of e-bikes, and it's not a little amount. It's a big amount that we've gotten, and they're already gone, guys. And this is retailers like you guys that are buying them, putting on the sales floor. The retail price on that bike is $15.99. It is hands down the best e-bike on the market. And you're making, X amount of money off of it, because I can't really tell you your price, but if you're interested, call us on the pricing. And let me tell you, they've been selling like hotcakes. I've gotten reorders from customers because they understand the philosophy. Either you're going to sell it or your competition's going to sell it. And why not you sell it? Put a small investment into your shops and turn it into cash into your pocket. All you're doing is literally taking a box, moving a box. You're not going to see e-bike come back. You're not going to see little trees come back. You're not going to see Element fire extinguishers come back. Detailing products come back. Tint might, I can't say not going to come back, but I've seen a lot of guys where if you've gotten quality tint, You know, like the lines we carry, Solar Guard. Shout out to Solar Guard for training us on all these tint, you know, different varieties of tint. Shout out to New Film also for both of you guys are providing quality tint. And let me tell you, for the customers that understand that you need to get into additional aspects of the business, shout outs to you, because you understand that it is no longer just selling car stereo stuff. It is no longer just moving subwoofer boxes or putting subs in, or even loudspeakers, getting into the loudspeaker industry. You know, you guys have to understand that the industry has shifted very, very quickly, and it's going to continue to shift, and these cars are going to get more and more technical to work on, and you need to keep up with these trainings. So, you know, I'm going to shift on to another training, because this kind of segues onto what I'm saying. You know, on next week, Wednesday, August 9th, at Kenworth in New Jersey, from 7:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. Dinner's at 7:30. Alpine is having a Optim 8 road show, which, if you're not familiar with the Optim 8 the Optim 8 piece, Optim 8 piece, it's literally an 8-channel DSP that's auto correcting, auto aligning, auto adjusting. It is one of the hottest demos out in the industry. They're gonna have it there. They're gonna talk about it, the ins, the outs, the guts, the how to set it up. We've gotten live demos from both Colette, Colette Better Half, and they showed us what it requires they in fact, with this demo, they can turn off and like normal speakers to adding the Optim 8 in the mix, and it's like, holy crap, night and day difference. So guys, if you're around, or not even if you're around, I've got a lot of guys that are actually going from here in New England, traveling down to Jersey. It's about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, but it's so worth, because you're gonna learn about DSPs, which that is the future of the industry. You know, there's a lot of DSPs and stuff out there, but nothing like the Optim 8. I can tell you that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, and we were talking about, adding on to different things, thinking outside the box. We also don't want to forget that our core business is here in 12 volt, is selling customers sound and security and all that kind of stuff. So again, we do want to make sure we are supporting that. Now, this is for Alpine SRP and direct dealers only, so it's something, if you're interested in becoming an Alpine dealer, get in touch with us. We're going to help facilitate that for you.
You do have to register, guys, so don't think you don't have to register. Registration is required, or else they will not let you into this training.
Yep, but this is going to be a great experience, because again, like Jonathan said, and we kind of allude to it all the time, it becomes increasingly more and more difficult to work on cars as they come out. I mean, I'm going to go out and say, I think it's probably by design from some of the car manufacturers out there to make it more difficult to do these upgrades. Mm-hmm. But if you haven't been in the industry for a while, if you don't have a huge amount of experience, and you haven't given yourself a tremendous amount of training when it comes to DSPs, they can be very overwhelming. If not tuned properly, the system can come out sounding worse than it would if you didn't have that in the mix. So it is very, very important to know what you're doing when programming a DSP. Alpine realized that not everybody on your team is going to have that level of expertise. Hopefully they get there one day. Hopefully you help provide them with that training to get them there. But a lot of installers these days don't have that right off the bat. This piece here makes it so that anybody on the team, after going to this training, after getting Optim 8 certified, is going to be an expert at being able to put a DSP in any customer's vehicle. So very, very important for people that are trying to get into this as well. It makes this a process incredibly easy, incredibly installer friendly. And then when the customer comes in, like Jonathan alluded to, again, once you hear those demos, unparalleled sound that you're going to get as well.
So, and the training's not just going to be by anybody. It's going to be by Eric Brooks, which is a well-known trainer in the Alpine world. Very, very informative guy. Guys, he is very knowledgeable. He understands the industry. If you're still walking around with EQs and crossovers and don't understand DSPs, shame on you. DSPs is the future. You're gonna need a DSP for all those Teslas and all the Rivians that you see out there, and all the Polestars that are out there, and any other E vehicle, should I say, because they're becoming all integrated. You do need a DSP. And what perfect demo. In fact, at Knowledge Fest, they had a Tesla with Type S speakers, the entry level speakers on the Optum 8, and they turned it off and turned it on, and you can hear the night and day difference. It sounded so good. So guys, DSPs is really the future. Optum 8, Alpine Optum 8 Roadshow is happening next week, Wednesday, August 9th. Once again, I'm repeating myself for the guys that didn't hear it, but for Kenworth in New Jersey from 7:30 to 10:30, Alpine is feeding you guys. And then training and demos are by Eric Brooks. This is to get you certified as an Alpine Optimate specialist.
Yeah, and you may have seen email communications. You should have seen email communications come out. Jonathan mentioned you do have to RSVP for this event. They're going to give you shirts. They're going to give you food. You're going to get certified. So you're going to get certificates. There are going to be giveaways, things like that. Again, Alpine does it big, just like GoFast. They like to do things big too. So they need to know who's going to be coming. They need to be prepared for this as well. They got to have those shirt sizes. They want to make sure that this thing goes off without a hitch. So if you're interested in going, even if you're not interested in going, get interested. Get signed up. Make sure you RSVP for this one. If you have any questions, if you need any additional information, let us know. We'll be happy to give that to you. And on the theme of continued education, again, we've been talking about that stuff a lot. You've been seeing a lot of trainings going on. I love the fact that in the industry right now, we're really trying to get back to grassroots trainings and really bettering our businesses. Well, it's that time of the year. GoFast is going to help you out too. Weather got a little bit colder today.
Yeah.
I think it's getting a little bit colder out. Things to come. There's going to be some things coming.
Global
like winter
heating?
time.
Global heating? Nah, I think it's more global cooling. You're in August, literally August. We're supposed to be 80-degree mornings, and we start off the morning with like 50.
Yeah, but the summer doesn't last forever. We know what's coming after that. It's our biggest time of the season. It's the time of the season where we make the most hay. This is when we take it home. We stack it up for the year to try to get through some of the slower times in the summer, kind of like what we experience now, which you wouldn't if you diversified your businesses and picked up some of the offerings that we have. But anyways, we're going to be going right into remote starter season. We're trying to get out in front of this nice and early, so it's going to be on September 13th. Going to the Mass Mutual Center again. It's going to be a very similar format to what we had with trainings, except we're upping the number of trainings. You're going to have a lot more. Those trainings are going to be in the training rooms, designated training rooms, so not on the show floor, which again, we did for the expo. That was from feedback that you guys provided us. Seemed like the feedback was tremendous from that change, so we're carrying it over to the Winter Summit too.
And guys, let me tell you, we do listen to feedback. You guys made it very, very clear that trainings were hard to listen, that trainings were very hard to get, so we ended up moving the trainings over to the rooms, and those rooms were jam-packed, and we've got positive feedback that the trainings were amazing. So we're going to do the same. We're also still going to have the not gonna say the closeout room, but gonna say the deal room.
The old shoot 'em up crowd.
The old shoot 'em up, line 'em up, and just shoot 'em down. But regardless, it's gonna be a room with a bunch of clearance. So make sure you come with cash. Your credit cards are empty. We're gonna have just like we had at our expo. It was very, very popular. Tons of winter deals going on with also maybe some additional deals in there. So come with cash, come with your credit cards empty. That room is going to go on, and we're going to have that going. Also, registration, we stated it earlier, but it is live today. Check your emails. Check summit.gofst.com, where you can check out the time schedules and register there and everything that's going on. Or you can click, if you're registered for GoFST.com, or if you're not registered for GoFST, make sure you get registered. Yeah, hit the registration button, and then call the sales rep and say, hey, I registered for the site, so that way we can give you access and see everything that's available to you. You're not only available to car audio, you're available to racing oils, racing helmets, LED lights. I could go on and on. E-bikes, little trees, all the ceramic coatings, PPF. So we brought in a pretty big name in PPF. So PPF, window tint, the best from Solar Guard, the best from New Film. You know what I mean? We have everything on our website. and it'll tell you in stock, out of stock. It'll also tell you pricing. So make sure you register for the site. So you do have to be a GoFast dealer. That site access will not be given to anyone that's not a GoFast dealer. So if you do not have an account with us, you got to get an account with us. So make sure you get a hold of one of the sales guys, and we'll get you access, and we'll get you an account with us.
Yep. So, and I was gonna say, so the way that things are gonna go, just like every year, most important thing is to register and register early. So get that on your schedule books. Make sure you block it out. Make sure you plan around this. If you're gonna be bringing installers, if you're gonna be bringing salespeople, principals of the businesses, whoever's gonna be going, make sure everybody gets registered up. Again, just like we talked about with the Alpine training, we need to know who's gonna come so we can provide you with all the food, everything that we do for the show, and everything that goes around it. So go ahead, check that email, get registered up, and please, especially to the guys that you know are coming, register nice and early. I say this for one, it helps us out tremendously in our preparation for this, but also, like we mentioned at the beginning of the show, we're gonna be giving away stuff for early registrants. $100 gift cards will be given out next week, so if you register between now and I believe we're gonna go to the end of the day on Tuesday, we're gonna announce next Wednesday a $100 gift card, and that's gonna taper down 75 the following week, 50 after that, just like we always do. But go ahead and get registered for it, and also make sure you have the Event Z app on your phone. Now you should already have this thing downloaded from the previous shows. We've been using this for the Winter Summit and for the Mobile Expo for the past few years now, so you should all be very familiar with it. But make sure you have that downloaded. We're gonna have more info to come on that.
It goes live actually Monday the 14th.
Monday the 14th is going to go
This
live.
month.
Yeah, and I think that's when we're going to be doing our pre-event challenges. There's going to be different promos and giveaways that we do associated with the Eventsy pre-event challenge. Again, just like we always do. But make sure you go and get that stuff prepped out of the way so that when you come there on Wednesday the 13th, you can hit the ground running, and now you're focusing on just hitting those trainings, just hitting those booths, and getting as much out of the day as you can. It's a lot that goes on. There's a lot to pack in, so be ready for it. Mm-hmm. And again, I want to make sure I touch on this as well, because we're trying to get at this nice and early so you have time to digest everything, anything that's going on, and prepare yourself for the season. We always get asked in the weeks following, the months following the show, do you guys have an installer? I need another installer. My books are filling up, or I lost somebody, or this happened, XYZ happened. I need an installer. We're not going to be able to train your installer over the phone. No. We're not going to be able to give them everything that they need to make them be as valuable as you need them to be at that point in time to capture that money that is only there for a very short period of time. Mm-hmm. This is the time to get your people trained. And anybody that's on the team, again, maybe you have somebody that's a window tinter. Maybe you got somebody that's a detailer that you're not going to have that bay available in the winter because you want to use it for remote starters. Why not take that person, have them come to our show, learn a new skill, a new trade, better them, and make them a more valuable asset to your team? You'll be able to take in more vehicles. You'll be able to, again, build a better a base of your own employees at your shop. What better way to empower and make people at your shop feel valued than to train them and show them how important that it is to the business? So go ahead, get out in front of it now. Think about those kind of things and get those people to make sure that they don't schedule anything on the 13th as well. Plan out their day for them and get them there and make them a valuable asset so that once that season is here, you're ready to take all of that business.
And guys, remember that this is not going to be a level 1 training. This is going to be a level 2 training. So it ain't going to be, well, this is a remote starter, and well, this is a remote starter, and hold on, this is a remote starter, and they're all remote starters and they turn on your car. No, that's not what we want. We want more of explaining in detail. You know, the manufacturers will be explaining in details the tips and tricks and the what they've expanded on their inventory on this, like T-harnesses, and what that T-harness does different than this T-harness, and etc. Come with questions, guys, because let me tell you, the worst thing is to go to events and just sit there and not come with questions. People make fun of me or say what they want to say in trainings that we have here. I ask a million questions. There's a reason why I ask a million questions, because I get knowledge, and knowledge is power. That's what makes me such a good salesperson. That's what makes Ben a good salesperson, the rest of the sales team a great sales team, because we're asking questions and we're not just sitting there and going, okay. No, we're taking full with these trainings. In fact, we got a training tonight, where we have questions that are ready to ask, and we ask questions. Also, another thing that Ben mentioned. So we are doing the gift card giveaways. Guys, the only way to collect the gift cards, if you win it, is coming to the event. Do not think we're going to mail them out to you. Do not think we're going to give them before the event, because a lot of you guys that win some stuff, just don't show up. And then when you don't show up, you go, oh, I won the $100 gift card. Well, I didn't see your name, Mr. Customer, on the registration of at the show. So where were you at the show?
Yeah, you made another dealer nice and happy, because a lot of times we'll take those unclaimed prizes and give it away to people that did go to the show.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you're making other dealers happy, which, hey, that's great. I'm glad you're doing that, but why don't you keep some of that money in-house?
And also, those same dealers are the ones that they win the prizes or don't go to the show, are the same ones that are going asking us every day, oh, well, what can I use on a 2017 Honda Civic for a remote starter or bypass? Oh, what is there anything needed? You should have came to the training. That's going to be my advice.
Seems like Jonathan
response.
might have gotten that question a couple times before.
What more than I wanted, let me tell you.
Yeah, and again, an important thing with this one as well. So it is the Winter Summit. We're talking a lot about remote starters, but it is not just remote starters. So I'm going to go over a list. So we're going to have trainings. Obviously, we're going to have a ton of them. Training is going to be from Fortin, First Tech, Vox, DEI, Lucas Lighting, Solar Guard, PNS, Meguiar's, XK Glow, Metra, Rydeen, and ASWF PPF. So those are all going to be manufacturers there putting on trainings. So again, if you're a shop that doesn't get into remote starters at all, you could still show up and get a lot of information. We're also going to have, on top of that, Gold Eagle and Little Trees is going to be there, Weston Super Winch, Streamlight, Pengrade, Element, Racesport, and everybody's favorite, the Blaupunkt e-bike's going to be there too. So if you want to check one out in person, they're going to be there. So there is going to be a ton of stuff for everybody. Again, we call it the Winter Summit because this is one of the busiest parts of the year for us. This is one of the most profitable and I'd say fast-paced parts of the season. So remote starters obviously are going to be paramount, but lighting is still a huge thing that goes on. You're going to still be able to take advantage of customers coming in for things other than remote starters. We want to also support you with that as well. So just because we've been saying remote starter, all this stuff, don't tune it out if that's not what you do. We got a lot of tint shops that go to these, a lot of detailing shops that come to these, and we're trying to make this a mini version of our expo that is really inviting all of our dealer base.
So it's funny because Ben mentioned tint shops and remote starters. It's funny because the seasons flip flop on those two types of styles of selling. So remote starters are winter, fall, kind of springish type of thing. You guys should also be pushing them in summertime, talking about, turning on your vehicles to get the ACs cranking, because I do it. And I hate getting in a hot car because I got leather seats. I'm pretty sure all your customers do too. But in window tint, you get the spring, summer, fall, and in the wintertime, they're really not doing anything. So why not get trained on both? You know what I mean? It's flip-flop. So if you're a window tinter, come on down to the Winter Summit. Learn about doing things for the summertime, for the wintertime, and vice versa. For all the guys that just do remote starters, come to the summit and learn about doing things for the summertime. It's a kind of a flip-flop there. But, we have a little bit of everything, especially, window tint, especially PPF. PPF is a huge, huge business. We have one of the best companies out for PPF that will be at our show and demoing off PPF, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off, etc. And talking about tips and tricks of PPF. You'll be surprised how much business you guys leave on the table for not talking about PPF.
I have a feeling that is going to be one of the biggest trainings that we have there. Again, not necessarily a winter-related category, but I have a feeling that's going to be one of the hottest trainings, one of the most attended categories. I talked to a lot of people, again, prepping, prior to the show. We're still talking about it, even though this is the first day we're releasing the registration. We've been already getting out there with a lot of you guys and talking about it, and the buzz around that PPF is already huge. So make sure you register early so you can get priority for these trainings as well. Again, another reason why it's very, very important to register early.
So guys, I'm gonna leave this. Register. It's gonna go out on emails right after this this live. If you don't get the email, there's no excuse. Summit.gofst.com is another place you can find out the times of the trainings and register. Or you can just go to our gofst.com website. At the top, you're going to see a banner. Click on it, and you can register there. Or if you don't even have access to gofst.com, shame on you. Register and then call your sales rep and be like, hey, I registered for the site. I would like to have access, so that way you can see everything that's available. There's a ton. I mean, a ton of stuff that, unfortunately, us as salespeople don't have time to talk about everything. I mean, we have over 80 plus brands. There's just no way to talk about every single brand to every single customer. We'll be here forever. So guys, sorry this has been long-winded, but our show is very important to us. It's very important to you guys. So we just wanted to get that point across. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Wrap it up. I like it. Wrap it up.